This is a face of sadness and shame. Apparently, I mentioned something on public media yesterday that Ashley was upset about and didn't even realize it. She said she liked to keep privacy, and I didn't even realize I'd said anything. And she told me why. Then I felt really bad. And I'm just going to have to try to do better, to be more vigilant and conscious. Not tomorrow, but next Wednesday I have another counselor appointment. And I know time will pass quickly, but it just seems like it can't be too soon. Yeah, I'm having issues. Tomorrow is Wednesday already. I do have a joke lined up for you, and I probably will go to open mic night, if for no other reason, just to be around people that I can feel comfortable with. Our internet is still kind of wonky. Apparently, Brian called a guy from the internet company, and he came out and he looked at some junction box out in the sidewalk somewhere. And it had internet for 4 different houses. This house, one on either side of us and one somewhere else. And not ours, but somebody else has a cable that's about ready to break. So I don't know, maybe there are other cables that are compromised. This neighborhood is not that old, only maybe 10 years old, maybe. So within a week, a troop of guys are going to come out and take a look-see and try to fix it all. Because people pay for high-speed internet, because a lot of people work from home out here. If that was an option, instead of driving an hour and a half, darn tootin', I would choose that option. So, Spencer's having a hard time going cold turkey from watching Paw Patrol and various things and playing games and stuff all day long when Daddy doesn't know what to do with him because he's so full of energy. So he's having a hard time with that, as I would imagine a lot of people are. I'm filming this through my phone, which when I was young, there was not even a possibility. Our phone was a squarish looking telephone with a dial that you had to dial. And it was attached to a wall, usually in the kitchen or just somewhere outside of the kitchen. And if you had a large family or teenage kids or whatever, it had a really long curly Q phone cord. So you could lie on the floor, wander back and forth talking. People don't realize how spoiled they are these days with handheld devices, iPads, phones, computers, all kinds of stuff. We didn't have that when I was a kid. So we do know how to use our imagination and do things, make things, think of things, make stories up, talk about things. Instead of dropping a bomb, all someone would need to do is disconnect our network ability, and they'd have us. Now, I'm sorry if I put that idea out there in some bad guy's head, but I get these stupid phone calls all the time. Dishonesty. This morning, I got a message saying a director wanted to talk to me or wanted to see me. And I'm thinking, it didn't say a company, it said a director. So I thought, well, could be that same company or could be something different. I don't know. Who knows? That Alfred I've been hanging out with claims to be related to the Ford Coppolas. Who knows? So I got on board this morning at 9 on the phone. And it was that same lady with the same bad plastic surgery. And if it isn't plastic surgery, I'm sorry, sweetie. Your makeup is not doing anything for you. She lists off all the things and all the companies that are going to hire and how much they're going to pay and all that. And gets people that are already have stars in their eyes infatuated with the idea. And then they hit you up with, well, it's going to cost you so much to join and so much a month. No, not me. I hung up early this time. And then all day long, I was just so bummed and so tired. I'd fall asleep in the chair and then the phone would ring. And it was people claiming to be something they're not. And I hate that very much. I hate lying. I hate lies. It said Washington University. So I answered it because I did go there to college. It was some woman in a call center room. You could hear all the callers in the back. She was going to tell me about Medicaid or some program that they have for Missouri people. I said, I don't live in Missouri anymore. Click. Another one. Let's say the name is George Washington. Just for a name, okay? That was the United States' first president's name was George Washington. Let's just say the caller ID says George Washington. And he goes, hey, this is Sam. And I'm like, what happened to George? What? I said George Washington on the caller ID. You're lying. Click. Quit it, people. If you're selling something, at least have the balls to put what you're selling up there. There are people that will still buy. I'm too cheap to buy anything. I can't. I can just barely make it now. And if my son didn't take me in, I couldn't live. I would be dead by now. Because that's how things are going in this country. Today's Veterans Day. Thank you to all who have served and all that have lost their lives to keep this country free, to honor the Constitution, and not have a doctor write excuses for bone spurs. I've had bone spurs. I'm still up and doing stuff. I was still doing odd jobs for cash when I was feeling just terrible. My back was out and my bone spurs hurt and everything. It's overuse. A lot of times when you overuse your body in the wrong fashion, you have issues, health issues. My ex made me walk to school 13 miles. And I'd hitchhike if I could, which is dangerous as well. And I ended up with bone spurs where I couldn't walk. And if I stand on my feet more than 45 minutes, I can barely move around. My back hurts so bad, my leg feels like someone's cutting it with a knife. I have stuff like that going on. But I try still to join in and do things. I'm sorry, I'm just feeling really, really bad. Ashley approached me. Apparently I said something on media about something, and she said, my life is private, I want to keep it that way. And I felt really, really, really bad. Did not realize I had said anything. So I need to be more self-aware of what I say and do. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Whoop Whoop Wednesday. I do have a joke for you. I may go to open mic night. I don't know. But right now I'm feeling pretty low. I hope things turn around. Next week, not tomorrow, but next week I can see this counselor guy again. Maybe something good can happen. So I can go upward and onward.